You would think that being blacklisted in South Korea's entertainment industry would mean that we won't see these celebrities anywhere. However, some idols are trying to make a comeback despite the fact that the public doesn't want to see them. Let's start with Kim Jung-hoon. He first gained attention in the early 2000s as a member of the duo Yoo-chun. The duo disbanded in 2005, so Jung-hoon turned to acting, starring in the drama Princess Hours. However, he only got to enjoy his fame for a few years, as in 2011 he got caught driving under the influence. Due to this incident, he ended up losing his driver's license and also good reputation. Because of how seriously Korea takes this matter, Jung-hoon had to release an apology, and in the statement he admitted that everything was his fault and that he would never do it again. But he did it again, and not even an apology could save his career from getting destroyed. In December of 2023, he was caught by the police for the exact same thing once again. However, in addition to causing a car crash and slightly injuring another driver while he was drunk, he also refused to take a breathalyzer test 3 times. Jung-hoon was charged with causing injuries under the Special Act on the Settlement of Traffic Accidents. Before his second DUI, he also got in trouble with his ex-girlfriend, as she had filed a lawsuit against him. The lawsuit was filed in 2019, as according to the ex-girlfriend, Jung-hoon forced her to terminate her pregnancy so he could keep his image clean. She went on to claim that they found a house for her and Jung-hoon had promised to pay for it. However, he allegedly didn't pay the down payment nor the monthly lease. He only paid about $900 of the down payment and then started ghosting her. The lawsuit was ultimately withdrawn, but with 2 DUIs and accusations like this hanging over his head, Jung-hoon kind of disappeared from the industry. It's not like he was officially blacklisted, but he and his team were aware that it would be hard for him to continue a career like nothing happened. However, that doesn't mean that Jung-hoon isn't trying to make his way back in. Even though he can't have a career in Korea, he's taking advantage of his fandom overseas. On January 19th and 20, a month after his accident, Jung-hoon held his birthday concert alive in Osaka and Tokyo. In addition to meeting his fans, he also addressed the DUI incident for the first time. He said that his mom had come to visit him on his birthday and she told him to be more careful in the future. As Jung-hoon put it, "Her words made me think about life. Many people support me, so I'm reflecting on my wrongdoing." He then went on to ask his fans to trust him and also apologized. While he hasn't technically made a comeback yet, he probably tested the waters with the fan concert so he could see how he would be perceived if he were to actually return to the industry. Don't be surprised if you hear news about him releasing anything in the near future. Another controversial celebrity who seems to be making an attempt to come back is Choi Jong-hoon. Before the Burning Sun scandal, Jung-hoon was known as the leader, guitarist, and keyboardist of FT Island. However, in March 2019, it was revealed that Jung-hoon was a member of a group chat where inappropriate videos of women were shared. These videos were taken and distributed without their consent, and Jung-hoon himself had shared 6 videos in the group chat. Among other things, he had also bribed the police so they could keep a drunk driving incident that he had in 2016 a secret. He officially retired from the industry in 2019 after a woman accused him and 4 other men of forcing themselves on her in 2016. The woman said that she had been intoxicated during the act and that the footage of it had been distributed in the infamous group chat. In March of 2019, Jung-hoon was arrested, and a few months later, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison. His sentence ended up being reduced to 2.5 years, and at the end of November 2021, he was officially a free man. Jung-hoon's sentence was a controversy in itself, as a large group of people thought that it was way too small compared to his crimes and the harm he had caused. Not to mention that he didn't show any remorse when it came to his crimes, even going as far as to say that he was also shocked and traumatized by what had happened. Now, 3 years later, he launched his own channel called Hoonia on Japan's Fanicon platform. Fanicon charges a $4 subscription fee for fans to interact with the celebrities that are members of the platform. In the first message to his fans, Jung-hoon acknowledges that he hadn't talked to the fans since his retirement 5 years ago, which is why he was excited to connect with them once again. As for the reason why he joined the platform, he said that he wants to show fans parts of his personal life and his future activities. But that's highly unlikely, as he probably just needs a new source of income after years of being blacklisted. Of course, people weren't happy that he joined Fanicon, especially considering what he had done. He's also being accused of trying to make a comeback to the industry through the platform. Understandably, he won't come out with music right away, but he's definitely thinking of making a return to the industry. However, that will be impossible to happen in Korea and will most likely take place in Japan. The fact that he has fans in the first place is kind of crazy to think about, but it's not the strangest thing we have seen. Park Yoo-chun also seems to be soft launching his return to the stage, as he's been testing the waters lately. Initially, Yoo-chun was unofficially blacklisted in the industry after suing SM Entertainment along with the other 2 JYJ members. However, in 2016 and 2017, 4 different women came forward and accused him of non-consensual activities. He was cleared of the charges, but that doesn't mean that it was the end for him. Just 2 years years later, Yoo-chun was suspected of using illegal substances and trying to hide it by coloring and shaving his body hair. His attempts didn't work though, as he was still found guilty and got a suspected prison sentence of 10 months as well as a 1.4 million won fine. Due to all his legal troubles and the fact that his agency terminated the contract with him, Yoo-chun announced that he would be retiring. Although he was unofficially banned to appear on music programs, he did end up being banned officially by broadcasting agencies from appearing on TV and doing any activities in the South Korean entertainment industry. He also faced more problems with the law after he was accused of evading 490 million won in taxes. After all this, you would think that Yoo-chun would give up on his career altogether and live his life as a regular person. Well, it doesn't seem like that's part of his plans, as he refuses to let go of his long-forgotten stardom. At the end of 2023, KOOKIELIT reported that Yoo-chun was in a relationship with a high-profile Thai businesswoman. It appears that the woman he was said to be dating was the one behind bringing Savor Beauty and Spa to Bangkok, and according to KOOKIELIT, she was also the daughter of an important government official in Thailand. At the time, the two had been allegedly dating for well over a year, with even marriage being discussed. Taking advantage of his newly found connections and knowing he wouldn't be allowed to promote in Korea anymore, Yoo-chun started promoting skincare products for Savor Beauty in Thailand after the brand announced him as their new ambassador. Even though it's been said that the two have broken up, Yoo-chun has gotten pretty brave, as he held a fan meeting and dinner show in Tokyo to celebrate the 20th anniversary of his debut. It's surprising that the fan meeting turned out to be successful, considering Yoo-chun's past and the price of the tickets, which cost about $154 for regular seating to $335 for premium seats. Seeing as Yoo-chun appears determined to continue his career, we doubt that this is the last we saw of him. However, with yet another controversy that surfaced on March 9th of this year, in which his own manager sued him for unpaid salaries, we can surely say that it won't be easy for him to go back to his glory days. Lastly, Tae-hyun, who has been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons lately, is also gearing up for a comeback. Before his recent scandal, Tae-hyun was known as a member of Winner until 2016, when he left the group. In August of 2022, influencer So Min-jae made severe accusations against Tae-hyun, claiming that he was using illegal substances and harming her. She then retracted these statements, saying that she had lied as she was under the influence of medication and was angry at Tae-hyun after a fight. He also claimed that everything that went on was because of a fight they had, but they had apparently made up since. The two were then booked for suspected illegal substance use as the police decided to investigate the matter. Then, in March of 2023, he was caught drunk driving, which only heightened the public's dislike of him. He was fined for the incident, and in January of this year, both him and So Min-jae were given a 2-year suspended sentence for use of substances, which means that he won't go to jail unless he commits another offense within that period. He was also made to undergo 40 hours of rehabilitation and pay a fine of 550,000 won. But it looks like even after all that happened, Tae-hyun still wants to go on and release more music. On March 13th, he updated his Instagram with a lengthy post in which he addressed the controversy and his future plans. He apologized for what he did, assuring fans that he was still reflecting and regretting his actions every day. Tae-hyun also said that he was discharged from the rehabilitation center and that he already felt himself getting better. He then stated that after considering everything for a while, he came to realize that all he wanted to do was make music, expressing that it was the best way to repay the people who have supported him so far. Tae-hyun also said, "I am preparing an album that contains all my stories, putting the most effort I can. When these songs come out, I will make sure they will satisfy you." Since he's doing everything on his own, he warned that it will probably take a while before the album comes out, but promised to give constant updates to fans. It's not only a relief that he's doing better, but that he's still determined to do what he loves. A commenter put it best, "He is trying so hard to beat this. I wish him every success, and I'm looking forward to his music whenever he chooses to release it." And we have to agree with this sentiment.